Welcome to HR Happy Hour. It is time for the work break. You are live here with Trish and Steve Bose. Hey, Steve, how are you?
Hey Trish, I'm okay.
You like seeing how the magic happens?
Yeah, it's fantastic. So I knew you were busy today. You're squeezing this in between some very important appointments. So good to see
Right.
you.
You know, in the spirit of it being an actual break from work, this is
Hmm.
it. Like, people know me. That this is how it happens. So, yeah, I worked like crazy today and was able to get a hair appointment. So, bye bye grays. A few of them in there. And yeah, this is how it all comes together though. But the funny thing is so I'm outside of the salon and I'm kind of like in the back here. You can see a little bit of green, but where are the clouds? It's hard to tell. It
It
was
looks like a nice day.
well, it was just a huge downpour here though. So I'm trying to actually squeeze this in before like it could very well also start like a complete downpour on me. Like
Hmm.
it was raining so hard like 5 minutes ago you couldn't even hardly see outside. So
Wow.
I don't know. I should probably look and see if there's a rainbow. You know how that always happens when there's
Yeah, one of the shows we did when I was at the beach last week, we were like 2 minutes late for this enormous rainbow that was right behind me, and we didn't get to
yeah.
see it.
Well, anyway, so yeah, in the spirit of you coming to us from the beach live, here I am from beautiful Waterloo, Illinois, getting my hair done live.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, we were busy today. We recorded a great show earlier today on for the happy hour with Vivek from HackerRank, and
Yes.
that'll run soon. That was a really cool conversation.
You know what? Again, we say this occasionally. Like some shows are just so good, right? And his was one. I have to tell you, not only was I impressed with him and with what Hacker uh, is doing, but like they are just like everything he talked about, his philosophy around hiring, all of it. So good.
Yeah, it's great. We've been lucky lately. We've had some super smart guests on the show, and we just kind of tee them up and let them go. And we did that today. So look for that too. Yeah, that was fun. And so yeah, you deserve a break. We did good stuff today.
I do, yeah. No, and it was you know what? It's just a long day anyway. So we were doing some. I had some client projects going on, and definitely was trying to squeeze in a little bit of a break. So,
Mm-hmm.
question for you. This will be my question of the day. So my kids are getting ready to go on a big camping trip, and I'm not a huge camper. I'm not going, thank goodness. But
Mm-hmm.
buying like all of the river shoes and the, air mattresses and such. Are you a camper? Do you camp? Is that like
I'm not, Trish. If I did, I would prefer to be like in the in the big furnished air conditioned tent with the meals coming in and the chef catering. So I'm not a
oh,
camper really. I like
okay.
I'm an outdoors guy, but not to that extent. Like I'm
I'm
not a camper. No.
like you. I'm too afraid of raccoons. That's one of my biggest fears in the world. And when you go camping in a tent, too many raccoons trying to get your trash and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the critters. Um,
Critters.
I'm
I,
more of a, maybe it's recency bias because I was just at the beach last week, but like all I'm thinking about is how to get back to the beach again. Like, how can I make that like a semi-permanent state of affairs? That's my project to work on these next couple of months. But
I feel good. I feel like you could actually live at the beach, couldn't you? I mean, well, before all of this pandemic, you could work there, and so why not? Why not work?
yeah, it depends on how and when travel starts to resume because we were traveling so much. I know we did a lot of events and all the
Oh,
client things. And this particular place where I was, which was pretty, was not close enough to a big airport at all. It would be very, very difficult to be
oh,
kind
that
of
would.
a regular flyer out of that place. It would be rough,
Gotcha.
but yeah,
Okay.
we'll see. Um, I had a weird, I was trying to think about like a couple of interesting. I hate to always bring up bad news on the show, but I had more.
Yeah. Bad news. Don't end with bad news.
I don't want to end with it. I'll save it, I guess.
No, go ahead and talk now, and then you just have to think of one more fun, good thing to
Here's
say.
the bad news. One of the things I like to do, and I did it last year when I first moved here because it's kind of a fall thing here, or due to the weather. But they have this all over the country. So I'm going to ask you, Trish, do you like the Renaissance Festival? Do you know that thing I'm talking about?
I do, but I'll be honest, I've never been to one. I don't even know if we have one in St. Louis.
Yeah, I bet if you looked around, maybe not this year, and that was my news, like the Renaissance Festival in Charlotte, which is actually a little bit outside of Charlotte, is just a couple miles from where I live. And they're postponing it for this season due to the COVID-19. And it was super fun. It was one of the bigger ones I'd ever been to. I've been to it in a few different cities. I used to go in Rochester every year with Patrick. And yeah, disappointed I can't do my Renaissance. The big turkey leg, you know what I'm talking about. The queen and the jousters and the whole minstrel shows and the body like jokes, everything.
I love going to like medieval times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love everything. And I love big turkey legs. Like if you go to Animal Kingdom in Walt Disney, they have the big turkey legs. So I'm a fan. So I feel like I would like it.
Yeah, you would love it. If you like medieval times, just pretend that's outside on like a 50-acre field with all kinds of shops and food and drink and characters. And yeah, it's fun. Say it again, Trish. You're breaking up a little.
Do you dress up?
No, I don't. But a lot of people do. A lot of people attend that in the garb. Yeah.
I feel like I would want to dress up. I would want to have the whole experience.
All right. You can do that. You can go there and buy or even rent, but you can rent or buy the costumes you need right at the place.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I need to add that to my list.
Put it on the list, Trish. It's definitely fun. Shout out to Renaissance Festival.
Bad news that it got canceled, but I guess the good news is that it sounds like it's a really super fun thing I hadn't considered before. So
yeah, and the kind of thing was funny was it would tour, and so when I used to go in Rochester, it was a little bit earlier. It was more in the summertime, and they pick up the thing and just move it progressively south as the season goes longer and longer, where it's warmer. You know, so in Rochester it happened in August, but down here in Charlotte it must have been in October or November. But anyway, a cool thing. Yeah, so I noticed that this morning when I was reading the news, and I was a little bit bummed out. Hey, can we quickly mention the World Artificial Intelligence Conference? Do you want to update our friends about that?
Yes, and if you could maybe after this tweet out the link. So we were actually very fortunate to be asked to be speakers at the World Artificial Intelligence Conference going on right now in China. Actually, I think the first day is the Thursday. Do I have that right?
It starts in a day or so. Yeah, it starts really soon.
We'll tweet out the link. Yeah, I'm really excited. Also, Stacey Harris is a speaker. Mm-hmm. So people I think they'll love it. It's about 20-minute presentations. This is not just for human resources. This is about artificial intelligence across all industries. And we were just fortunate enough to be asked to represent from the HR standpoint. So I definitely recommend it. And I can't wait.
I bring it up because it was on my mind because last night? Yeah, last night I was WeChatting with one of our friends in China about it because she had sent me one of the links or the pictures. There's a pretty cool, I don't know if you've seen it on WeChat, Trish. There's some really cool pictures of yourself, myself, and Stacy with lots of, it's cool. You got to check it out, or I'll send it to you if you haven't seen it. It's on WeChat.
Yeah, I haven't been on WeChat in a couple days, so yeah.
It's really, really cool. They do such a great job with their posters and their promotional imagery in these Chinese events. They're phenomenal. I wanted to mention that because I know it's coming up soon, and I was pretty excited to be a part of it, as well as our friend Stacey Harris being a part of it too. So that was cool.
Okay. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. Right. Oh, I have one last thing.
Okay.
I got a tweet yesterday about, do I own any shirts that have sleeves on them anymore? Someone tweeted at me. Yeah. And so they said I should wear an HR Happy Hour shirt with no sleeves. So I reached into the archive. This is the old HR Happy Hour branding, and I did cut the sleeves off this shirt. So I fulfilled that obligation.
There was also a whole discussion on Facebook of how you got so tan. So
really? Well, I was at the beach.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I said. Well, you're living in Charlotte, plus you're at the beach. So,
hey, you got to keep that tan up. It's better to look good than to feel good. That's my motto right now. Okay.
Well, with that, let's call it a day.
And you're getting back to looking good, so let's let you go do that.
I'm trying. Yeah, I've got to get rid of the gray roots. I'm going to be gone here. Going to rinse this out.
I need some of those sticky things for my beard.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, as always, thank you everyone for listening, watching, for tweeting at us, for giving us ideas and telling you how you're doing. And we will see you all back here tomorrow.
Everyone, bye.